Head of Institution, Amity School of Languages, to deliver the welcome address and introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Professor Dilip Barad.
So I will
Over to
take,
you.
thank you so much, Dr. Gunja. So this is a very important moment when we are actually starting a 5-day faculty development program on teaching and learning in the digital age. And today this is something very, very relevant. So I welcome wholeheartedly all the participants. I know there are academicians, there are people from national and international parts also of this. I think international guests have joined us. They have, okay, total around 70 uh, uh, registrations we got. So I will also take this opportunity to talk about Amity University, Rajasthan. You have seen already a glimpse of Amity University. It's a very vibrant campus, and it started in 2008 with several programs across the domains. And particularly when it comes to Amity School of Languages, you have seen in the video that it is a mix of curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities. So this is something which is which makes the campus very vibrant. We have courses such as BA, MA, and doctoral. Of this, I would like to say that English studies doing very, very fine. So as French studies, we have also German, French, and Spanish studies, including Mandarin Chinese. So it's a department of 5 languages. We often say that this is a single destination of all 5 languages. Lot of emphasis given on social studies, because we are also partly groomed into that. And till date, I can tell you, if I want to talk about the programs, we have already started NEP, so 4-year bachelor's program in English and also French. We have master's in English, which is now made very, very time relevant with the AI input in it. So this has been curated very recently in the academic council meeting, wherein we are giving a lot of importance to digital literacy. So that digital literacy in the sense that students today are totally into AI, and how do we help them, make them more, relevant for placements as well as for academic journeys. That is what we are doing. In PhD, we have more than 56, students, research scholars. So that way, the department is trying to focus on what is extremely relevant and trying to make, possible all kind of adventures for our students, be it in academics, in internships also. We are now sending our students to various, corporate and academic bodies, be it publication, be it content making, be it as teacher in universities and colleges. So with that, I think a brief already I have done. We have Devashish Chakravarti, who has recently joined us also. So many of the participants are our research scholars. So you can see why we are doing this kind of programs, not only for our scholars, but also we have made it open for all, so that everybody take benefit out of it. Now with that, I will take a few minutes to welcome once more our esteemed speaker, Professor Dilip P. Barad. So with over 26 years of experience in academics and research, Professor Dilip Barad is Professor and Head, Department of English at Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh Bhavnagar University, Gujarat. Previous to that, he has also served as Dean, Faculty of Arts in the same university. He had a long association with NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council. He served it as chairperson, coordinator, and currently he is the assessor of that body. So he had various publications and had taken part in various national, international events as resource persons. So today he will be talking about output to outcome, digital portfolios as pedagogy in the social sciences. We are extremely enthusiastic and full of, encouragement, and we wish to see what this very first session can bring to our plate. Over that, I think that will do, because I do not want to take up much of the time. Being a teacher, we always have, this fascination of talking. So I will not be speaking more and give the platform entirely to our esteemed speaker. And this is the first session. Hope it will be great for all of us. And I invite Professor Dilip G to start his discourse.
Okay, thanks, madam. Thanks to Amity University for this very interesting program, and also giving me an opportunity to share some ideas with everybody. Okay? So let us see. Let me share the screen of what I am planning to do today. So we all have gathered in this event organized by Amity University. Quite a relevant topic, teaching and learning in the digital age, innovations in social sciences and humanities. Okay? It's an online program, and today is the first day that we are beginning. There are very interesting speakers going to join in future, in coming days in this event. And for all the participants, I hope it will be a very enriching week ahead. My topic is about from output to outcome, digital portfolios as pedagogy in the social sciences and humanities classroom. So I want to talk about digital portfolios, primarily how it can be used as a pedagogy in the classrooms, normally where there are lots of theoretical things that happen in this class. If we see pure sciences, where there are laboratories and people have to do something, into do hyphenated do. Wherein in case of social sciences and humanities classroom, there is in a way passive way of learning. The pedagogy by and large remains teacher-centered. It remains the speaker-centered, and the students normally have very few occasions to do something until and unless there are innovative teachers who keep on coming with innovative ideas and keep on insisting on the students to do something. Very rarely we find that social sciences and humanities classroom are full of activities which are centered around students. So how digital portfolios can play a significant role in this, in making students actively involved in teaching learning process. And what we want to see is that how we can move from output to outcome in our assessment when we try to use digital portfolios. My roadmap for today's session we'll see the survey responses. Today morning, I have sent one Google form to the organizers, and all the participants might have received this. We have received a few responses also. So we'll try to see that, and we'll try to see what are our learning outcome from such survey responses, or when we talk about innovations in digital era, or when we try to think of being a teacher in digital era, what way we are ready for that. As a teachers, to what extent we are ready for that, that also we'll be able to see from our survey responses. Then I would like to put the point of the rationale behind digital portfolios, the conceptual framework, the theoretical underpinnings for digital portfolio pedagogy. Then I will ask some of our students to display their digital portfolios, because we are putting this pedagogy into practice at our department in our university. So it will be good to see how students are presenting their digital portfolio. So a couple of students will share their digital portfolios. So it will be our model of digital portfolio as a pedagogy. And then if time permits, we will have a small hands-on activity also in creating a mini digital portfolio. And finally, we will wrap up with questions and answers there. Let us go first to our survey result. So this form was shared with everybody. I hope it is visible. Let me, okay. Yeah, so this, and we have received 15 responses so far in this survey form, which was about digital pedagogy readiness survey. And few questions were asked. I would again request those who are online, but they have not responded. It will be good if you respond, because we can use your inputs in our discussions, in our subsequent session discussion also. So 15 responses we have received so far. These are the responses, and we see that do you have a YouTube channel or not? Do you have blog or website or not for your content management system, for your learning management system? Such were the questions that were asked here. So what we find, what are our outcomes from this? If I see this spreadsheet, which we have received as a response, we have asked for the links also, that if you have any platform to share your content with the students in form of blog or website, please share a link. We got 15 responses. From that, only one participant, Pallavi Mishra, has shared a blog link. One YouTube channel we got as a response. It is, I think, about a French learning. Yeah, this is one French popcorn we have received here as a response, and one digital blog we have received. So in a way, we can say that only two responses. Like if how many of us have a YouTube channel, then we can say only one. That's why I'm asking that if there are many there are 70 participants, but 15 responses only. Even that is very interesting to note, that out of 70 participants, when we get only 15 responses, so that also displays our readiness as a teacher. So when we get involved or engaged with any activities in online mode, participants are supposed to be hyperactive. They have to keep on responding to the organizers. Without that, the entire faculty development program or short-term training programs would fail. And it will not be able to get the desired result also if the participants are not active. But like, why are we not active? Why we do not give a serious consideration to the emails or WhatsApp messages that we receive from the organizers? That is where also we mentally need to be ready for digital era. In a digital era, everything we know comes in form of either WhatsApp message or an email. We are supposed to keep on checking all those messages also. We don't have now that luxury that, well, after 3-4 days, I will check my emails. After a couple of days, I will reply. We don't have now. It is a time where we have to constantly be on the toes, and the communication links should be very active on both the sides. That is very important lesson. Still, we are learning. Most of teachers are coming from the 20th century. As Mark Prensky has said, that there are all digital immigrants. They are not digital natives. We are not the natives of the 21st century. So we may still take lots of time in understanding the 21st century and be a workforce for this 21st century also. But maybe the new students will be very active in responding to the things also. That is one concern that we try to see, that why we get very few responses when we try to share some of the things there, and what preparedness is required for that also. Second, again, still we are seeing that even after Corona times, we have adopted technology a lot. But still we see that teachers having their own website or a blog to share a content, or their YouTube channel, or any digital video sharing platform which they are using is still not found. So when we'll come to digital pedagogy, we will see that even the basics or the fundamentals are still leaking. Like we do not find that in practice. We are aware about everything now. After Corona, all teachers are aware about blended learning, flipped learning, necessity of e-content, video resources. We are using video resources also in our classrooms. A lot of those things are being done. Leveling up, upskilling is making videos or becoming a content creator in form of video resources, because in social sciences and humanities, most of the classes are theoretical classes. So how the teachers are now well equipped with the idea of making e-content, where video resources is at the center of the content. So that also still we are lacking. So we find that teachers still need to be encouraged, oriented, motivated to have their own blogs or websites to share their content, or any digital platform through which in a more organized manner they are using it as CMS, content management system. And then we have to ask them that how they significantly, meaningfully use learning management systems also. And then we come down to digital portfolio. So that is something that we find is where we are still lacking a few things also. So that's how we can say that we got two more responses, and we see that most of the people are planning to correct. Now, if we quickly have a look at the responses. Okay? Have you created or shared your own teaching learning videos online? We find that yes, only one has said yes. 41% says no. 35% says I want to learn how to do it. That is very good point. I create and upload videos on YouTube. So three of you told that, and we got only one link. Okay? One link only, because what I say, I have to prove that with the help of link also. Otherwise, nobody will believe into what I am saying. So that's why we ask for the YouTube link also, but we got only one link here. Okay? So YouTube channel do you have or not? That was our another question. We got one response with YouTube channel, that is about the French popcorn. A teacher is teaching a French language, that we got as a response. Only one. Okay. Then when we ask for professional blog website to share academic content, we find 58% still says no. 23% says plan to create, and 3 of you, 17% says yes. But we got link from only one participant, Pallavi Mishra is the one. The another one has shared, but that is not a proper link. Blogger.com is not a proper. Now, how to share my blog link also is a part of digital skilling. So if I make a mistake in sharing a proper URL or a proper link, then I am lacking digital skills. So now again, we see that, well, lots of workshops, seminars are required so far as digital upskilling is concerned among our teachers. Then we asked about content management system, whether do you have those things or not, and many people say that no, only one said yes. Learning management system also majority says no, but interested, that is good. Two of the participants also said that no and not interested also. I don't know why they are not interested. If they are joining such FDPs, where it is very clearly mentioned it is about digital age and other thing, then I think they are the forgotten people who has by mistake joined this FDP, if they are not interested. Then three of you are using it regularly, either Google Class or Moodle or Canvas, and occasionally some of you are using this. Have your student ever created digital portfolio? Four of you said yes. That is very good, and I will be happy to see that in what way that is happening. I will ask you to, if possible, you can come online or in a chat. You can give the details. And if you have any platform where digital portfolios are available, then that also it will be good to share, so we can see that in what way your students are regularly working on digital portfolios. We got four saying yes, so I am interested in this responses. Okay, the other says that no, and unsure how to start also this. Okay. What platform do your students use to submit their digital work? Google Classroom is there, LMS like Moodle, Canvas is there, email, WhatsApp is there. And then some of you said that students are not submitting their work in digital format also. That also we have received as a response also. Okay? Okay, and then we asked that what are the main challenges you face in integrating digital tools into your teaching learning processes there. So the highest one is time constraint. Yes, time constraint in designing various things and working out on the thing also. Now, being in in an era of AI, the time constraint problem has been solved. So artificial intelligence, generative AI tools are helping us a lot in saving our time. This response I have seen for quite a long time, that many teachers who are very enthusiastic and very eager and keen to work on all these things, but they always face challenges regarding time constraints. Lots of teaching load is there, lots of admin load is there. So it is very difficult to manage the extra time. And you have to be very innovative also. Time and again, you have to do something new on the digital platform. And new tools keeps on coming also. So you have to keep on upgrading yourself also. So that is very challenging for as we move into our teaching career. Year by year, work increases, lots of admin work comes into play. Family life, social life also gets engaged with lot many other things. So our time which we can give when we are unmarried, we are just into the job, we are not able to give later on when people have the families, society, and lots of other administrative burdens also. So time constraint is a real issue. But now we are getting a very good solution. Generative AI is helping us in an unbelievable manner. It is like our assistant. It is like Aladdin ka jinn. And it is saving our time also. So I hope in coming days we will not have this excuse to say that we don't have time to use the thing also. Lack of proper training is an interesting answer that many people have given. Lack of proper training. Well, in this case, I would suggest that we live in a time where there is this DIY things, hashtag DIY, that is do it yourself. And there are so many people who keeps on uploading videos on YouTube about how you can do it yourself. So as a teachers, now we need to change our learning habits and we have to become self-learners. We have to see that how I can learn without a teacher now. And that is what we have to teach to our students also, that you should cultivate a habit of learning from videos, learning in a self-mode manner with the help of generative AI, with the help of YouTube, with the help of all our blogs and websites that are available. So that ability to learn from websites, blogs, YouTube videos, and not from a living teacher is becoming a necessary skill also nowadays. So that is where when we say that I don't have a proper training, I need hands-on training and other things. Now we need to see that I should learn by my own ways of doing it. And that is very important, that teachers imbibe these characteristics of learning, and then they try to encourage their students also in the same line. Limited access to reliable internet, another thing also is one of the reasons, but it is growing very fast, and it is going to play a significant role. Okay. Then in the last question was about what would you most like to learn from this session. Okay. So we got this response that let me put this tag in sideways so I can read the entire thing. Okay, so how to guide students in creating, that is 72% said that how we can do that, okay, for digital portfolios, creating teaching videos, also uploading on YouTube and other things. Okay, strategies for reflective digital pedagogy, that also is very interesting. That is what we are going to cover here. And understanding outcomes through digital output, that is maximum 77% have said that we are expecting this. So our topic also is on that. What is this output and outcome that we will try to see also. Okay, fine. So this is our response. We got 18 responses now. Three other participants have responded, but we can still conclude that that is a very low number of responses that we have received from the total participation. Okay, so after survey, what we want to see is at this point, that what we get from the survey. If we see that what journey we have taken so far, very quickly to overview the things, then we find that we have moved into knowledge systems. In a bygone ages, there was not even a written word. It was oral tradition. From there, we are now moving towards AI. So from oral traditions to the spoken word, from a spoken word to the written word, from a written word to the printing machines coming up during Renaissance time, and which revolutionized the way the knowledge systems are perceived now. Though we do not consider writing or printing as a technology as such, but they all has evolved over time as some forms of technologies. I say even writing as a technology, printing as a technology. Then we entered into audio-visual age with the help of scientific inventions. Industrial era contributed a lot into our knowledge systems. And then the internet era came where all these things are blended together. We moved from static internet to interactive web 2.0 internet also. And from there now we are into generative AI era also. But as we see that even though we have moved into this era, it doesn't mean that spoken word is not important. It is very important even today also. So teacher speaking in class, talking in class, chalk and talk method is also relevant. It is not that it is completely to be replaced. It is to be augmented. It is to be augmented. So chalk and talk method is to be augmented with the AI tools and other things also. But something comes in between, wherein still we are trying to see that. So when we see 21st century digital age, what things are required, what teacher need to add into their tools as a teacher, which we are seeing that we do not have yet. From the survey result, we see that if 18 people have responded from around 60-70 participants, then still we are looking for the tools, necessary tools. Without that, to move into digital portfolio will be very difficult also. So are teachers aware about new tools necessarily required? Why tools are necessary for self-reliant teacher in the digital? What tools are required for self-reliant teacher in the pedagogy of digital age? When we ask a question that do you have your blog or your website? Do you have your own video sharing platform? When we say this word, do you own it or not? We try to ask, how are you self-reliant? If I hire somebody to run my website, if I hire somebody some studio and some editing people to edit my video. That is not our concern. Our concern is to be self-reliant as a teacher. So when in a traditional mode, I go in the class with chalk and duster in my hand, I don't require anybody to use chalk or duster. I can do it. I can do it myself. So whatever resources in the classroom are required, whether it is to put on a fan or a tube light or a projector or to rub with duster the board or to write something, I am self-reliant. The same kind of self-reliance we are expecting from teachers in a digital era also, where they own the necessary new tools, and these tools are for content management systems and learning management systems. So that is why this question becomes necessary also. This image I keep on sharing time and again. This is in Maharashtra, Ellora, Ajanta Ellora caves. This is specifically Ajanta caves. Obviously, these were all the learning centers of Buddhist monasteries were there, and Bodh monks were learning in this, and they were carving with natural colors. They were using chisel and hammer to make all these classrooms, we can say. This all caves are their classrooms, and they have carved inside also the teachings of Gautam Buddha. So that is how they were doing. When I visited this place, I was very curious to see that this three monks did not come with the old tools. That they were not with chisel and hammer. They were not with the colors to paint something, but they were with digital cameras. So they were documenting the thing in digital mode. Now, this digital camera, digital tools are something that we need to augment with our chalk and duster. Chisel and hammer were the chalk and dusters, and now what we need is the digital things there. Before we enter into digital pedagogy, if we try to look for or try to search for a model for digital pedagogy, we find that these things are necessarily required. For example, at the bottom of this pyramid is CMS and LMS, Content Management System, Learning Management. That is where blog, website, Moodle, Google Classroom, everything comes there. And the teacher should be well-skilled, upskilled in using all the skills also. And not only using, he should be able to own it, should be able to write a blog, run a website, or run a learning management system also. Email groups for digital, any communication links. Popularly, we use WhatsApp because we think that WhatsApp is easy to use and it is very handy. Instead of email, people prefer WhatsApp and similar kinds of tools. But as we have noticed today that even though we have this all links, we are not active on that. We don't reply, respond to the message that we have received. And that skill also we need to augment. Synchronous and asynchronous teaching learning, though not important today, so we are not going to touch on this part there, but it is about live session and then video sharing platform. Supposing I am teaching something, for example, right now we are in a synchronous mode and it is recorded also. So it will be made available on YouTube later on for asynchronous learning also. So that is how synchronous, asynchronous can be seen. Then comes this assessment part. That is where our digital portfolio is there. And we want to talk today about digital portfolio. But as we have made a point that if I am not good in this bottom of pyramid to all these things, then to think of online assessment or digital portfolio will be a very difficult task. It won't be easy for me to share or do the things also in that mode if I'm not good in this. And that may be a challenging task also. Okay, before we move on to our title, let me just share a link of digital portfolios of our students in the chat, and I would request 4 respondents who have said that they also are having, their students are also having digital portfolios, to share that also in our let me, I'm just opening this. Here it is. Yeah, in the chat, I am putting the link. So which at your ease, you can get to see that how we have archived, curated, or documented digital portfolios of our students of last 10 years. For last 10 years, we have this practice, and that link I have given. So I request for teachers who said that they do have the practice of that, in case if it is available like this way to share anywhere, then please share the link. Or if it is not shareable, then also you can write in the comment that you have, but you don't have right now any such platform to share the digital portfolios of the of your students. So when a teacher is practicing digital portfolios, teacher also runs one digital portfolio website, and every year that is curated and archived by the teacher also, that documents the activity of all the students on this platform here. Yeah, okay. Let me come back to our slides. Okay, we'll come back to the chat after some time here. Yeah. Okay, so this was our part, and now coming out to our topic. Okay, so how to frame this terminology from output to outcome? How to frame that? How can we think of a pedagogical shift which we want to do with the help of digital portfolio? So let us see what is the difference between output and outcome. Many of you were also interested in this, that how this can be achieved through digital portfolio. So let us see beforehand what is output and what is outcome. So output is a tangible work produced by a student. For example, a test score, a presentation made by a student or submitted by the student, a video prepared as a part of studio activity by the student, any written assignment, a blog, student's blog, a chart or a graph, or studio activities as such. So this all we can say is an output, and which we know that all of your students might be doing this. Now we move towards from output to outcome. A deeper transformation in the learner's knowledge, skill, attitude, or perspective. That can be seen as an outcome. So what we expect, ability to think critically and creatively, ownership of learning, reflective thinking, ability to apply theory to real life scenarios, communication skills across media, including this digital media. When we say that a message comes in WhatsApp, but I don't do anything, it means I am lacking communication skills across media. Okay? Curation, not just creation. So you create something and then you curate your work also. Digital literacy and professional presentation. So when a student work goes from a test score, a presentation, a studio activity, a written assignment to this, where we can also see that how students are able to think critically, reflectively, they own their learning, how they can curate their learning, how digital literacy can be reflected in their work, then we can say it is outcome. These are products, output, the list in the output, these are products of learning. Evidence that the students have done something, but they don't always show what the student has learned, internalized, or how they have grown also. So we know what they have done. Our main concern was that in theoretical classes, there is passive learning. People don't do anything. I come with some innovative ideas of presentations, video assignment, blog, role play, drama performance. So students are doing something now. But still, that is output only. I don't know whether the students have really learned anything, internalized anything, or have they grown or not. So outcome comes here to fill this gap. An outcome is more enduring. It shows what the learner becomes, not just what the learner produces. So what learner produces as a product is one thing, and what learner is becoming is the another part of this part also. So that is, I think that makes a pedagogical shift into what we are doing as a teachers. And here digital portfolio can be seen as an example, or we can say exemplification of outcome of the students also. Okay, so after clarifying output to outcome, a pedagogical shift, if we try to establish the context, that what is the rationale, why digital portfolios in current education landscape? We can obviously ask this question. What do you think is the purpose of assessment in today's digital classroom? We can prompt this to ChatGPT also. We can prompt this to any generative AI tool, and we can try to do our interaction with that machine. That what do you as a teacher think is the purpose of assessment in today's digital classroom? And we may get very interesting responses also. We are not doing this activity right now here, but I request the participants to later on do these activities. Yeah. Or even try to think of this, that what is the purpose of assessment in today's digital classrooms. Let us remember this also. Along with that, whatever response we will get from generative AI will be interesting, but we want to contextualize this in our context of India also. We have several guidelines from UGC, AICTE. We have national education policy in effect now. So under those guidelines also several things are happening. And whether there are UGC guidelines which tries to say time and again that let your students do online courses, let them join Swayam platform, let them get exposure to other teachers, other learning materials, other content, and let them learn in online mode also. Let them have experiential learning of online modes. At the same time, UGC is also giving grants to teachers that you also start your own Swayam programs. You also apply for that. You prepare video resources and see that your courses are also running, and students throughout India are joining your courses in online mode where you are not teaching directly to anybody and you are learning from your content. And all these things are very important because many times we think that a teacher is required for teaching learning. Without teacher, nothing can happen. Now, this all are very, very blunt conclusions, very general conclusions without looking deep into the dynamics of education system. We know that in arts and commerce, like humanities and social sciences, courses do run very successfully in online mode, very successfully in external mode. We have one of the largest universities like Indira Gandhi Open University, and all the states have lots of open universities, and all the traditional universities do run external courses also, where there are no teachers, and yet thousands of students are learning from Indira Gandhi Open University to all the open universities also. So to just say that without teacher learning cannot happen at a higher education level is a very gross generalization, and we need to rethink about that also. But if teachers also get an experience of this, if they prepare a content and then they air it on internet, and then they see that, oh, so many students are learning from my content and they don't have to ask me anything. They are not dependent on me now, but they can easily learn from my video resources. So for teachers also that is necessary, and for students also that experience is necessary. Unless we do not go under the experience, we always think the thing which is not complete truth also, or half truths we keep on believing in. So that is one part, that how we contextualize why digital portfolios as per our demands of UGC guidelines and national education policy. Then our NEP also is suggesting that we should have variety of assessments, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, that is known as formative assessment, and then SEE, that is semester end evaluation, summative also we require, and from there we need to move towards authentic assessment. From there we need to move towards the last word is authentic, maybe on some of the screens, that word might not be visible. But summative to authentic assessment is the thing where we have to move towards. So I tend to say that digital portfolio somehow can be useful as authentic assessment. Though the word evaluation in both the CCE and SEE is not appropriate, we can say assessment and evaluation, two different words can be used to differentiate formative and summative also. Assessment is something that is ongoing, it is positive, it is individualized, it provides feedback. And evaluation is giving a closure, it gives a judgment about this is a first class student, this is second class student, this is A grade, this is B grade. That is evaluation. Assessment is always growing, and digital portfolio is assessment. It is authentic assessment where there is lots of opportunity to grow rather than to label somebody as A grade, B grade, or C grade also. Formative and summative, these are also the words which are popularly used for this. So in this context, we try to situate that why digital portfolios are required in current education things. Then we come to conceptual framework. That what is the framework? Well, which pedagogies are supporting this? Has anybody done any research in this line, and have they proved that it is useful or not? So let us have our theoretical framework, our conceptual framework. This. So let us explain, understand the theoretical underpinnings of digital portfolio pedagogy. What is digital portfolio? What are the tools of archiving, reflecting, curating? How students can become an agency in itself? How instead of being an object of a study, they become the subject of study, how they can own their learning, and then different types of portfolios. And then we can connect with constructivism, experiential learning, and Bloom's digital taxonomy also. So now I want to just concentrate on this three part: constructivism, experiential learning, and Bloom's digital taxonomy, to situate a conceptual framework for digital portfolio pedagogy. So first, I refer to Briggs' article, Enhancing Teaching Through Constructive Alignment, 1996 article. So this supports our idea of constructivism. Lev Vygotsky is a psychologist who gave this idea of constructivism. So, but here we are using a Briggs' argument. What is constructive alignment? Briggs defined constructive alignment as a principle used for devising teaching and learning activities and assessment tasks that directly address the intended learning outcomes, ILOs. Directly, they address the intended learning outcomes in a way that the student constructs meaning through relevant learning activities. Constructive means refers to the idea that learners actively construct their own knowledge based on prior knowledge and new experiences, drawing from constructivist learning theory. This idea comes in. So how when people know something and then how they can grow on this. I can give one example here. When we have, say, for example, let me use this for this idea. Like if I have this kind of a cup here, this small cup, and I know that this cup, I can put some liquid in this, and I can also put some solids like sugar, tea, that I can put in this, and I can carry either water or sugar, something in this. This is my prior knowledge of using this particular device. Now imagine that midnight I am working, I'm reading something, sitting on a floor with several books around me and working on something, and there are tea, coffee cups also lying there, empty tea, coffee cups are lying besides me. And then suddenly from somewhere a cockroach comes, and I believe in non-violence. So I don't want to kill the cockroach. So what will I do? I will use this to cover up the cockroach. So this is my new, I have constructed that this cup can be used for a tool of non-violence also. I can save myself also, and I can practice non-violence, and I can put it on cockroach also. So that is constructive. So a prior knowledge, and then what we tend to create something new. So how students can keep on doing this when they work on the thing. That is how the constructive alignment with ILO can be seen. Practical example also can be this also, if a course outcome is student will be able to critically analyze a literary text. I give example for literature. Then teaching activities may include close reading workshops, critical theory discussions, etc. And assessment task should require students to demonstrate literary analysis, not just recall facts. So if students are able to do analysis of a literary text in their own manner, just instead of just telling that there are these characters and this is the theme and this is the writer and that is the factual data. And so that if they are able to demonstrate literary analysis, then we can say that now they are able to align their learning with constructivist ideology also. So when students are given thinking activities in digital portfolio pedagogy, and when they are supposed to write a blog at the end of all the units that they are studied, then they are supposed to demonstrate this aspect of literary analysis. They are free to go beyond several things and write on their own also, or they can make a small video about literary analysis, and they can fully articulate how they have learned something to read literature, how critical analysis of anything can be done also. Okay, the another point, another pedagogical theoretical framework is coming from Paulson. Paulson, Mayer in 1991 have written this interesting write-up. What makes a portfolio a portfolio? What makes a portfolio a portfolio? Though it is not talking about digital portfolio, it's just talking about academic portfolio. We are using digital tools now for using it in digital pedagogy. But it says in this article, Paulson's pair of Paulsons and Mayer describe a portfolio as a purposeful collection of student work that tells the story of students' efforts, progress, or achievement in a given area. This collection must include student participation in selecting contents, the criteria for selection, the criteria for judging merit, and evidence of student self-reflection also. They further characterize this in a very significant manner as a portfolio is a window into the learner's head. This metaphor emphasizes that portfolios are not just a set of products like tests or papers, but a reflection of the learning process, cognitive development, and metacognition, making them particularly valuable for authentic assessment in the digital age. So this is what we can say, another aspect, that how portfolio can really give us an insight into how the student has grown, how the students have evolved over time. In whatever duration they have studied with us, we can peep into the head of the student, and digital portfolio can be an evidence of that. Our students will give one example also to prove this, that how it is put into practice at our department, that when they come to our department, they have to write something like what is literature, and then when they are in fourth semester, again we ask them to again reply the same question, what is literature, and then compare both your responses. Do you think that in last 2 years have you grown? The way you were defining literature when you came to department, and now when you are leaving department, you are again defining what is literature. How have you grown? So we give them that handwritten piece also, and tell them that read this. This you wrote 2 years before, and now compare the thing. So that is how students themselves, or it becomes an evidence of what is the growth of the student. Paulsons and Mayer try to give this also. Tools are used like Google Sites, Blogger, YouTube, that our students will display. Okay? And third framework is coming from Bloom's famous taxonomy. Anderson has edited it, Anderson and Krathwohl. They have revised Bloom's taxonomy also, making it more action oriented. Instead of noun based categories, They are now into action. Verbs are used in this. So with that also we can say that first three, that is remember, understand, apply, stands for output. Another three, analyze, evaluate, create, stands for outcome. So from output to outcome, when we try to see or we try to locate our topic, our discussion into this conceptual framework, then we can say that when students recall facts, definitions, or explain ideas or concepts, or use information in new ways, they are displaying output, I think. But if they are able to draw connections among ideas, like we will see one example that how students are able to write that top 10 novels in a hierarchical order. Why this is the best novel that I have studied, to this is the number 5th novel, or this is number 10 novel. How you can think of this, how you can reorganize, or you can give a critical thinking about in 2 years, or let us say 5 years, UG plus PG. In 5 years, if I have studied 10 drama, can I say that this is the best, this is second, this is third, this is fourth? This is characters, if I try to look at and say that, well, this is the most loving character to the least loving character. So can I draw connections among ideas? There is outcome. Justify a decision or a viewpoint. How can I stand for a viewpoint? Or produce original work also. So outcome, designing a digital portfolio can be considered as a part of this also. So we situate our conceptual framework on these three ideas. Big's idea about constructive alignment, Paulson's and Mayer's idea about how portfolios can be a window into the learner's hand, and everybody can see what is the growth. And third, Bloom's and Anderson's idea about this, that what way output to outcome can be designed also. Now we come to our model, our MKBU approach, and what or how we put this into practice and what kind of outcome we are getting. As we see that when we talk about the things, we try to see about the ideal way of looking at the thing. And ideals are not always achieved as such, but we are always in pursuit of achieving the ideal. So whatever we tend to say that this is what digital portfolio can do, we want to do, but we cannot say that everything is done by us. We are in that journey. Every year we keep on growing step by step into something. And we use the tools like Google Sites for digital platform. YouTube students are also using for their video presentations. Blogger is used for blog activities. SlideShare is used for PowerPoint presentations. EdTed platform is used for flip learning. And even our teachers are, students are encouraged to use EdTed when they make for the Teachers' Day video. So I hope one of the students will also showcase that how EdTed was used for Teachers' Day video also. And online tests are taken on Google Forms. So these are a few digital platforms or tools which are used for digital portfolios there. And now I would request our students to demonstrate. So they will share the screen and they will talk about what portfolios they have made. So 4 of our students are joining with us today. Yes, Dhatri Parmar is there. Akash Chowda is there. Yashraj and Bhumi. 4 are joining. So I would request who is coming first to share the screen and tell in briefly about your digital portfolio, your journey of digital portfolio.
Yes, sir, I am presenting the first.
Yeah, okay. So this is Akash Chowda. He has joined from Yashraj's login ID, but his name is Akash Chowda. Yes, Akash, please. Yeah.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Akash Chowda, a student in the Department of English, Maharaja Krishna Kumar CG, Bhavnagar University. And today I will be demonstrating in briefly my digital portfolio that we need to prepare at the end of our fourth semester and have to demonstrate it. So let us start. This is my academic information. let us quickly move towards the three important questions that we need to address in our digital portfolio. And that are, what is literature? My metaphor for literature, which is a personalized metaphor given by the students, and how literature shaped me. So let us start with what is literature. So as sir mentioned that we are required to write a few paragraphs before coming into the MA. So here it is a write-up that my understanding of literature before joining myself into a MA program. And here my perception of literature after studying 2 years and past 3 years of UG as well. So how my perceptions have changed. First of the things that I would like to share that uh, I wasn't familiar with the thing that literature, but after understanding the history of English literature, like through the oral tradition, then comes various ages in the English literature, and now we are living in the AI and digital age. So this way, I have developed my understanding of literature, and for me personally, literature is a kind of a liberating force that liberates one's mind, and it also changes your worldview. Also, like I have cited here various critics, cultural critics like Michel Foucault, Louis Althusser, Frederick Jameson, all those peoples and their philosophy towards people, towards society have helped me a lot in my personal view of society and people also. So this is what I come to know about the literature and how literature shaped me. Like one of the key takeaways that how literature shaped me, I would say that I wasn't a student who likes to read, but after coming into contact of literature and good books, I've come to know that no, reading is also necessary for the students. So I've started reading also. So that is the one thing. And the first book that I have read was uh, George Orwell's 1984. And after reading that book, I came to see the things differently from the Orwellian perspective, like how the governments are working, what is the politics of the day. So I've started following those things also, and contemporary news also. And I've developed a kind of a historical sense after learning the literature. And one thing that I would like to share that after having been familiar with the philosophies like absurdism and existentialism, that also has a significant impact on me. Like in existentialism, we have to take responsibilities of the choices that we make. So I have learned that to live in the present and take the full responsibilities of the choices that I make throughout my life. And moving towards my metaphor for literature. So I have given the metaphor of earthquake to literature, like how the similar way the earthquake uh, disrupt the entire landscape, and it starts kind of a reconstruction of the buildings and all those things. In similar manner, literature also for me came as a tremors of the earthquake, and it shaped my previous beliefs, previous biases, and all those previous prejudices from against the people, against a particular community, against religions also. So it came as a sort of earthquake into my life, and it reconfigured my beliefs and the views that I see with. And moving further, there are many other things that we are incorporated in this digital portfolio, and it serves as a kind of a digital archival for the extracurricular, co-curricular, and curricular activities. So here you can see the presentations. We are embedded presentation, performance charts, and all those things. So let us see one of the things. Here are the presentations. We are required to upload a YouTube video of our presentation along with the slide share of the slides also. And we also have our personalized YouTube channels. So here you can see the YouTube videos of all the 4 presentations. And here are the slides. So you can navigate this also. And along with that, we are also evaluated on the basis of our performance charts. So here are the presentation performance charts also. So you can see this way. And we also do peer and self evaluations also. Like we have to give marks to ourselves, and our fellow students, fellow classmates also gives the marks to us. And by the help of the peers and self-evaluation, we prepare these charts. And moving further with the studio activities. In the department, we also have studio activities of this page, and in this in the entire year we are carry out various studio activities also. Like in this you can see we have performed the selected scenes from the American dramatist Eugene O'Neill's play Long Day's Journey into Night. So here you can see it is also uploaded on my YouTube channel also, so you can watch it from here. And here are some behind the scenes and glimpses of that also, and these also. So, and talking about the extracurricular activities, so these many activities are co-curricular activities, so in which I have participated, and this is the play performance also. So yeah. So this is my digital portfolio. You can navigate this digital portfolio, and you can reach me through this my email ID, and other platforms are here also. So thank you everyone for listening.
Great, thanks. So let us say another one, and then we will have our few comments and observations. Yes, who is next to come? Share the links of your digital portfolio in the comment also, so other participants can also visit. Okay, so this is Bhumiba Gohil joining, and will share her digital portfolio, highlights of her portfolio.
Hello everyone, I am Bhumiba Gohil, and this is my digital portfolio. So my digital portfolio also includes about me, so where I have studied and all of that, and it includes this reflection on literature. So as sir said that we write what is literature before our understanding of literature before we started the master's journey, and then the questions of what is literature after it. So digital portfolio helps us give our own version of what literature means to us. So everybody's answers would be different and unique to their own journey. My answer highlights this, that I have been a reader from my childhood, but because of this, literature was always about stories for me, because I started with reading children's novels and children's literature. So literature was always like that. But in my master's, I found out the importance of literature in the contemporary times. I also found out the political aspect of it, and how literature can not only be the escape that we look for, but also a way to look our own lives, understand our contemporary times, and how literature shaped me. So for that, I have used the words of Franz Kafka, that all I am is literature, and I am not able or willing to be anything else. Other than that, my metaphor for literature is wind chime. So as wind chimes, as it happens that so many times that there is wind outside, but if you are sitting inside, you don't know it. But wind chime is something that would make sound with that wind, and it will get your attention to that, and you will find out that, okay, there is wind outside. So in the same way, so many times it happens in life that there are these things happening, we can say good things and bad, and we don't really understand them until literature forces us to look at that side, and it brings that ideas, that aspects of our lives into attention. So that is why my metaphor is a wind chime. Then we also have this rankings of novels. I have divided it in two parts: the novels I have studied in my master's and bachelor's, and the novels I have read independently, so they were not assigned. So this is a list of top 10 list of all the novels that I have studied. And as sir mentioned, that we have also written why they are at a certain place. This is the list of the novels that I have read on my own. And they have also written that why they are at a certain place in this ranking. Other than that, we can use this digital portfolio to look at all the things that we have done in masters and bachelors. So here are assignments that we often do. So all semesters assignments are available here. As Akash already mentioned about the presentations, and these are like blogs of the assignments. Other than that, we also have our Google Class performance charts. So they are also documented here. The certificates, the online certificates, as well as the physical ones that we get from participating, they are also available here. Studio activity is also, we have done many studio activities in masters, so they are documented here, and we can also see that what kind of progress we have gotten in these last 2 years, because we have done many studio activities. And if we see in my bachelor's also, I have created a video, and we can compare it and see how different it is on the based on the studio activities that we have done now, because so many things are not proper, and when you are doing studio activities again and again, you get to learn new things. Other than that, there is also a section on AI as a learning tool. So it includes all the worksheets and how AI can be used in learning literature, and the events that we had, the youth festival, teachers day, all of that is also documented here. Other than that, we have also created a creative corner for our digital portfolio. So here we can showcase our creative things. Here you can see architectural photography, which is one of my passions. So that is also documented here. And book reviews, our movie reviews, all of that are also documented here. And my digital portfolio also includes the peer and faculty feedback section. So here I have attached all the comments and feedback I have gotten from my peers and my faculty regarding my videos and everything. Our digital portfolio also had our own feedback form where our viewers can tell us that what they think of our digital portfolio, how we can improve it. And lastly, we have the contact me section where different links are given where you can contact the students. So that was from my side. Now I would invite the next presenter.
Good. Thanks, Bhumi. That was indeed a good display of all the activities which are done in 2 years of the masters, and very well curated and archived on this platform. Okay, so our third student is Datri.
So hello everyone, I'm Dhatri Parmar, and here I'm with my digital portfolio to give you an overview of what digital portfolio is and how we are making it. This is my digital portfolio, and as already my co-presenter mentioned, that we have the area where we have to write about what is literature. As before we enrolled in our master's program, we had given a task of writing what is literature, and after enrolling going through this master's program of 2 years, we got the idea that how literature is now for us. So for me, it was earlier I hadn't have a definition of a quite clear definition of literature in my mind. So later on, after being acquainted with the master specs and the syllabus, I got to know literature in different way. So earlier I had the idea that literature has one definite definition, and apart from that, it is only in written format. But then I came across literary criticism and theory that challenged my very notion of literature. So now I have the understanding that now the definition has been changed for me. If I'm talking about, then I have incorporated here, and I had the idea that literature is like a cliche metaphor of mirror of the life. But as soon as I got to know about literary theory, various theories like post-colonialism, feminism, and queer theory, eco-criticism, then I got to know that it is more than that. And my understanding about literature is changed in that sense that now I got to know that literature is multidisciplinary thing. As we have also gone through the other theories of post-structuralism as well. So that also challenged my very notion earlier I had about literature. So in that way, now my definition has changed, or rather evolved in that sense. If I'm talking about how literature shaped me, so as I've already said that I used to believe that only written format is just literature. But as I enrolled into the department, I got to know that even the soap opera, movies, pamphlet can be a literature. And then I got to know that I can view that the idea of class, gender, class, and many other like racism and all the ideas I can see. As my schooling has been done in Gujarati medium, so I have already been acquainted with the literature. But the English literature came in where I enrolled in my bachelor's program, particularly in English subject. And the epiphany kind of for me was the reading of book Seven Steps in the Sky by Gujarati author Kundanika Kapadia, where I realized that, okay, literature is something that challenge the society. I used to believe that literature is apolitical and I used to stay away from politics. But then I got to know that literature is highly political. So that's how it also challenged my notion of that. It also giving me, here you can find the in-depth knowledge about how the capitalism in the notion of capitalism also got developed in my mind. Talking about my metaphor, then I have given a metaphor of epiphany, which is a Joycean term, James Joyce term, where is a sudden realization. So that's how. Apart from that, I have ranked the novels based on my reading. So I have been a reader and English was something new for me. So based on that, I have prepared the ranking of the novel. Which novel struck me more? As I'm into the themes of absurdism and nihilism more, and totalitarian and dystopian genre. So I like that novel the most, and that's why I have ranked them in that way. And from this chart, you got the idea that how I have ranked them. So based on their themes and idea that I have given them a rank. So in that, the No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai is appear at the first. So based on their themes. Apart from that, I have also done, as we are being a literature student, we are being acquainted with very much, so many characters. So that also impacted me personally. So characters like Vladimir, Salim Sinai, Jay Gatsby, all these characters are also I have added, which impacted me. And apart from this, I have also added the chronological list. Now, this list is from the classroom lectures, which is taken by Sir. And from that, the illusion of like Julia Kristeva's term of intertextuality. These works are used to enhance our literary understanding of our prevailing syllabus text. So I have also I added that as well. So here the movies are also there. So yes, apart from that, we have included curricular activities of our Bachelors of Arts, Masters of Arts, performance charts, and results as well. We have been doing public research paper presentation as well. So this is also archived here so that from one platform one gets the idea. So I have done the paper presentation in one of the publications. So I have also added that as well. Apart from that, we have been a part of a various co-curricular activities where we represent the department. So that also archived here, so that from here, this platform only, one gets the idea about that. Talking about here is one a long section is dedicated to the achievements section, where every medal, certificates, academic and non-academic, all the certificates are archived here. So from one step, one can get all the ideas of that. So academic clips or news clips all are representing here. Apart from that, we also add creative corner, where the creativity of ours is also reflected, like painting, rangoli, pencil sketch, and all the things. Talking about studio activity, then in the department we have tradition of celebrating virtual teachers day, where student is bound to make one video lesson, and they make a one video lesson along with one quiz in Google form and one video in YouTube. They have to upload that video on YouTube, and the lesson would be like, after watching the video, a participant has to appear in the Google quiz, and as soon as they appear, they'll get auto generated certificate. So we use AutoCred platform as well. So this is how we have added. So here you can get the video of Teachers Day, and here is the TED link. And based on that, the performance, like how well you are marketing yourself, based on that, how well you are getting views on TED activity and quiz response, based on that, the chart has been prepared and it is uploaded here as well. Talking about hypertext, this time, for the first time, we have the one section of digital humanities, and under that, under the mentorship of our madam, Prakruti madam, we had prepared a hypertext. So this time we also learned to use a Twine platform, and from which we have prepared this hypertext. So this is from, for the very first time, we are being acquainted with this kind of a platform now. Talking about other studio activity, then we had this time, one of the play we are having in our syllabus is a final solution, and that final, one of our research scholar, Alpa Ponda ma'am, has made us to, she prepared one play and we performed that play in our auditorium, and so that is also archived here. So yes, this is a comprehensive overview of my digital portfolio. You can contact me through these various platforms on that, and here is my email ID. So yes, this is from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, you can keep that hypertext page open. Hypertext.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, this was also very interesting. Like as a part of digital humanities, we have electronic literature. So how electronic literature can be written? What are the platforms? Like when we start writing, we need to teach our children what is A, B, C, D. But the same way, when you think of digital text, you also require ABCD of digital writing. So how new platforms are emerging where hypertext electronic literature can be written? So that was taken as one workshop project. And some of the students also tried writing on electronic literature in form of hypertext on this platform, which also is put on the digital portfolio. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the last one now.
Hello everyone, I am Yasraj Suda, and welcome to my digital portfolio. Here I am giving the brief overview of my digital portfolio. Here you can find the background details about me, where I completed the schooling and the graduation and the masters. As the previous presenter had discussed, like what is literature before entering into the masters. So if I share my personal experience, that I didn't know the full dimension of the literature. What is literature, and what is considered as a literature? That is what I am unaware about. And here you can find that it is just, I have written that it is just a sharing of the feelings, ideas, and the experience through writing. And through that writing of the experience, the reader can be mesmerized. So that is the only the basic understanding of me. Before that, if I talk about the other things, that if we consider the soap operas, like initially I was reading, watching some of the soap operas, that is basically we see on the television, like Saath Nibhana Saathya, and that was the basic understanding of me, and that was the initial part of of the literature, if we consider it. And I am also attracted towards the Hollywood movies because of the VFX and the new concept that we. So that was the previous experience of me. That what is the literature? If I talk about the reading, then in the Gujarati, in the syllabus we have the Chapado, in the Gujarati literature, and the other Gujarati stories I used to read. In the bachelor's, I read some of the novels or the short stories, but still the basic understanding, or we can say that how literature can be read, that is also came after the masters. So if I talk about that, how literature shaped me. So before that, it was as I have written that it is only the written text. But now, if I say that what is literature, then we can say literature is connected with the other dimension of the society also, other field, other branches of the uh, 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 things also, like philosophy, psychology, sociology. That is also connected with the literature. And when we apply different various theories like queer theory, feminist theory, how we read the literature, how we read the society, that thing was developed in me after entering into the master's program. If I talk about my personal experience, like when I get about the absurdism, so like how do we see the life? So that also expand my critical thinking, and as well as I have developed the emotional intelligence, like how our emotions can be controlled by the people. That thing, that critical thinking, that also I have developed through the literature. My metaphor for literature is a dream. Now, why is it a dream? It is like a dream. It is real, also unreal, also. Like whenever we see any dream, it is represent our psychological state. What is inside? What are we are not expressing in our conscious mind? That can be seen in the dreams. So it is representation of the subconscious mind. A similar way, literature is also the dream of the society, dream of the living people. So, like what is hidden, like how the stories of marginalized people are not shown in the mainstream. That can also be read in the literature, and literature is also taking the side of who is the subaltern, as like the Spivak speaks. So that type of understanding I got through the literature. If I talk about the ranking of the novels, so here you can find some of the ranking, that top 10 novels I have considered, that I have mentioned here, and why, how it shaped me, and why I consider as a good novel. That is also I have presented, mentioned here, so you can find that. Hypertext program, that task is also discussed by the Dhatri also, that I also completed. Uh, a Teachers Day has also already been discussed. Like we make a YouTube video by our own, then we upload it onto TED platform. Along with that, we also share the one quiz, Google quiz, and when one appears in that quiz, and one certificate, online certificate, is also being sent on their Gmail. That how much score they have given. So that this chart also you can see. That you can see here the certificate. In the curricular activities, like previous presenters has already discussed the presentation, assignment, thinking activities, that I also uploaded on my digital platform portfolio, that can be also seen. Along with that, the results are also being uploaded.
You can say about digital skilling workshop.
Yes.
Here on that page that is at the bottom. Yeah.
Along with that, I was the part of digital skilling workshop, that cyber security awareness program, in which our Professor Dilip Barad sir was given the task of spreading the awareness in the departments of the Maharaja Krishna Kumar University, and which two teams were formed, and in one faculty members along with the three students are has visited various departments of the English, in which we have shared that what type of digital skills are necessary for that. How can one can be aware about the frauds are being done nowadays, like digital frauds, online gaming frauds that are being done. So that is all. I was also the part of that, and we have visited various departments. Here are some of the glimpses of that covered cyber safety and digital empowerment. Studio activities, as Dhatri has already mentioned. Creative corner is also there. In the studio activity, we are also learned how to use the camera. That workshop is also being held in the department Lights Camera Action. It was by Ronak Sanghvi, in which we are taught how to use the camera, how to make a video, different types of skills that is also being. One play performance that we have also recorded. And one film study is also the part of our master's program, in which we have made one video on that. In video we have explained different camera techniques, like with the help of one movie Fight Club, how these type of camera techniques, like the focus of the camera, the background lighting, how it affects the overall impact of the movie. That is also discussed in that video. So you can also watch that video from here. And here you can find the views of the channels that has increased. If I talk about my personal YouTube channel, it was not very updated before entering the masters, but after that I have at least 30 video on my YouTube channel, and all of them has a good quality of views are also there. So yes, so that is there. You can also give feedback from here, and here are the social media platforms that I use. So thank you. That is from my side.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks to all the 4 students. They have just completed this project last 15 days ago. And in the last site, we wanted to see about digital skilling workshop, because the method that we adopt here at our department is that teachers do not teach technology, but students teach technology. The senior students will teach to the juniors, and they do lots of workshops. And in workshop mode, the senior students keep on guiding that what way the technology needs to be used, and how they have to be a little bit serious about using technology, because at the end of the 4th semester, everything will go in digital portfolio. But it is the students who keep on guiding to the juniors, and that's how the cycle keeps on moving also. Okay, so let me share the slides to come to see the things. Okay, so we have seen that what way this is practiced here, and students themselves, they own this website. It is their portfolio. It is owned by them. It is not owned by department. If they don't want to run the portfolio, they can switch it off anytime also. So it is all thing that is done willingly, voluntarily by the students. When we see challenges to these kinds of activities, we also find that when we force things on the students, then students don't like also. If we are able to motivate them that this is somehow useful, it will create what we call it in a post-truth era, that when you want to claim anything, you'll have to show it. You have to present with evidence. If without evidence, you will say, like if you say that I am a good reader, people will expect that you might have written something on what you are reading. So you should have a blogs on your book reviews. If you are an avid watcher of films, you should be having videos on reviewing the films also. Without that, people will not believe. So how you be ready for 21st century digital era? The digital citizens understand that I am not supposed to believe into anything that is fake. I should always ask for the evidence, and then only I should believe into that. How those lessons or those learning can also be a byproduct of working on digital portfolios and platforms also. When they work on ranking of novels or listing down the characters, They also ask the questions like why, how, and that is very important, that when they ask the question that why is this novel liked by me? Because, for example, one student said that I am much attracted towards existential philosophy, so I like this novel. So that tells us that somehow the outcome is very interesting. It says that the student has not only put an output right by writing the review or preparing a chart, but that understanding also has developed there. Okay, so when we try to do this curation and assessment, in this pedagogy, we can say that curation itself should be the mode of grading. Instead of traditional grading, curation should be taken as a part. Curation replaces traditional grading. And we also developed a kind of a rubric for the assessment of these things. And it is something like this. Let me share a link also in the chat. So later on, the participants can visit it also. So in this a template for digital portfolio, when they complete the portfolio project and how on what they have to present and how it will be judged. So one is then and now. So what were you 2 years before and what are you now? And how that can be presented with evidence that earlier I was thinking about literature in this manner, my understanding of literature was this, or it can be any topic like economics, it can be sociology, social sciences, history, any topic, like a basic question that comes to all the students, that as a student of history, I keep on asking, what is history? Nowadays, there are lots of debate about history. And then whether it is sociology, psychology, any topic people think, but students should be asking that questions quite often. And at every phase in the life, we keep on revisiting what is this and what is the significance of that in our real life scenarios. Studio activities is all digital learning that are also students have displayed that. They can showcase their YouTube channel and video contributions there. Curricular and extracurricular activities, blog writing, research work also, if they have presented and published a paper or participated in seminar conferences, that also is curated and are put there also. So I am able to tell now that I was like this, now I am like this. This is that self-assessment part, that students themselves are able to evaluate themselves, and then they would present it in form of learning analytics or self-assessment slide. I'm skipping this part. Application of literature or whatever the topic they study in real life context also. So are they able to see that when they say that how literature shaped me? So when they can say that earlier I was looking at the real world in this manner, now I see the real world in a different manner. So that is where the learning of literature has played a significant role. Not only that, but you are able to write about it. You are able to speak about it. That is the outcome of digital portfolio, that students are able to understand that this is the difference that came while going through the studies there. Employability, career readiness also becomes a part, because this becomes a kind of a CV. It becomes a kind of a resume of the students. It doesn't only display the mark sheet that you are first class student, but it actually gives you enough evidence that how you speak, how you write, what things you do, what things you have done. Lot many things gets documented at one place also. So this is how we can say that the rubric can be prepared for the assessment also. So when we come to our topic, output to outcome, pedagogical shift, what is an output in our case based on the performance or the presentation by the students. So students blog on either cultural studies, or on how literature shaped me, that, and then video presentation slides. So that all is the output. Outcomes emerge when the student reflect on their blog over time. They revise a blog post after peer review. They learn to edit videos, improving articulation. So when one student said that in UG also I prepared videos, and now I can see the difference, that what were the limitations of my video making when I was in UG, and now how I am. It happens because even the tools are becoming better now. Editing tools, the camera quality is improving year by year. So all these things plays a vital role. Few years ago, you had a poor quality camera. There were no editing softwares available. Now, many things are very handily available. They curate their best work, develop a personal choice. So when they say that this is the characters I am highly impressed by, I like these characters, personal choice people are developing, that is outcome. Their site becomes a showcase of academic and digital identity of the student also. So you can say the moment a student starts to reflect, curate, and connect their works rather than just submit them, we witness the transition from output to outcome. If you try to frame this pedagogical shift in terms of the aspects and output and outcome, then we can say the nature of the work produced by the student is a product. And if there is transformation among the students, then we can say it is outcome. Evidence is blog or a test result or a video or a mark sheet is an evidence. Reflection, integration, and curation is outcome. Focus, if we say, then what was submitted and what was learned and how it was connected with the wider learning and real life situation. There we can see outcome. Teacher's role is a mere evaluator there. Here it is a facilitator, is a mentor also. Learner's role, fulfiller of task, like this work is given, let me complete. We normally have many students like that also, that they do it for the sake of doing it. It is told to do, so let me do the task. There is the output. Then when they become agent of learning journey, they are able to see they themselves are studying themselves. They are not the object to be studied by somebody else, but they are the agent of studying their learning journey. Then it is outcome. And the platforms are Blogger, YouTube are the output, and outcome comes in Google site, a curated space of growth also. We won't have time to do hands-on practice as of now. Normally, hands-on practice is good when we are face-to-face with each other also. But to reach to the final slide, we have 10 minutes. So in case there are some questions, we can take that also. So finally, to conclude, digital portfolios don't just store student work, they store growth, reflection, and the emerging voice of a learner ready for the world. Paulson and Mayer has said this, which is very interesting. A portfolio then is a, there is a slightly spelling error there, is a portfolio when it provides a complex and comprehensive view of students' performance in context. It is a portfolio when the student is a participant in rather than the object of assessment. Above all, a portfolio is a portfolio when it provides a forum that encourages students to develop independent, self-directed learners. And the learner is ready for the world also. So that guarantee as a teacher, as an institution we get to see that that's okay. So that comes there. So with this, I end my presentation here. And in case we have any questions or other thing or any observations, we can now have it.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Barad. Like, I must say that the session was not only relevant and comprehensive, but truly a much needed initiative for all of us, like to navigate and to survive in today's digital world. So really thankful to you for such beautiful session, for such beautiful deliberations. And I'm sure our participants have truly learned something very meaningful from your session today. So
Just to add
now,
that, 5 of my students came for the class. I told them attend the session, and I've given them the work that you are to make a digital portfolio.
That's
wow.
So that is
Yeah.
what I already told. They said on what topic, and it can be any topic, but it is your learning journey that you have to describe and present. So
That's
already you
quite,
can see it is very impactful, your presentation.
that's good.
And,
Instant outcome. We can see that.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Okay, so we now open the floor for questions and interaction. If
Are there
like
questions?
participants can drop in their questions in the chat box.
Yeah.
And
But
if
I
they
don't
want to
think
ask
there are any
personally, they can
questions.
raise their hand and we'll unmute them.
Yeah, we will give the camera also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
can open
Have the
their
access.
camera and
they have the access to it.
directly talk to our
Yeah.
resource person.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, ma'am. There are any questions.
So
Right.
not
Yeah.
a
Feedback,
question, but
yeah.
yes, a compliment. That
Hmm.
fantastic portfolios, really like the concept.
We
And
have
the
to
session was quite
implement
interesting.
participants the way I did. I asked them that you do because it will be with you,
Yes.
not with the university. It will be with you.
Yeah.
And even if you have to, face an interview, you are asked, what did you learn during these 3 years or 2 years of masters or UG? You will be the person who will answer first, because already you have done, you have given a reflection to it. So I think that that is what is required, giving them the opportunity to become their own master, to become the leader, rather than just looking up towards their teachers, towards their guides, their evaluation. What is your evaluation of your own work? That is what is important. Yes. So I think the evaluation link has been shared also, Dr.
No,
No,
it
no,
is
no.
still
We'll
not
wait for
shared.
that.
We will be
Yeah.
just after vote of thanks, ma'am.
Okay, right.
Brinda ma'am
Sure,
will be
sure.
sharing.
Okay, so
So-
do we have any questions, or like it should be taken as everything is well understood, and you people are going to apply it in your everyday teaching? Any questions?
I think this is a very new thing, this digital portfolio.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so grateful to Professor Dilip Barad that something which is doable, nothing so difficult, right? And all
Doable,
of us, we can have this, at least I have started doing it.
Yes, yeah.
So
Now
I
We
hope
have it
others
in
also.
our NTCC also, ma'am, for the 4th semester students digitally.
All
There
the
is-
students of the
yeah.
department can be
They
assigned
have to present, yeah.
this work for evaluation also.
Right.
because all the tools are very user friendly, freely available. Students have
Just
mobile
before that,
phones.
our students are doing very good presentations, Professor Barad.
Okay.
And they are taking help of the tools that is recently available.
Okay.
There are YouTubers also in the department.
Yeah.
So that is what the students are doing fine, but teachers are to ask them. They are asking, they are also, that is why this kind of sessions have been curated by Dr. Parul, Dr. Gunja. So thanks to them also. Okay, over to Professor Parul.
Yeah. So
So we have, I think,
we have one question. Do we have?
Lots of
Dr. Indrajit Bhattacharya,
Wants to
a
say
very
something.
senior
Maybe, yes,
academician. He's saying thank you so much, Professor Barad, for such wonderful presentations, so nicely conveyed. How one can plan to implement such a good concept in government colleges, university. This is what he wants to ask. So would be grateful if you could please answer.
One can plan to implement such a good concept in government colleges, and ours is a government university.
Right.
So that's why, so it is doable in government also. Though the infrastructural problem, or there are challenges there, I can understand, because the tag government plays a significant role with that. But ours is a state university, and with whatever resources are available through the government grants, we are able to do that.
Doing great. Okay.
So
Okay,
I
over to
think,
Professor Parul. She's waiting
Yeah, I
to
just want to, give a
express
formal
thankfulness on
thank
behalf of the
yeah.
department.
Mhm. So thank you so much, Professor Barad. It is really grateful of you that you pinched out your time, your precious time for sharing your insights and knowledge with the students. So on behalf of Amity School of Language, this is a formal thanks. Otherwise, words are less, whatever you shared today to the faculty members and research scholars. So I appreciate the efforts of a resource person, Professor Barad, for sharing his expertise and knowledge on digital portfolios as pedagogy in the social sciences and humanities classroom. Your insights and guidance have been invaluable to all of us. Appreciation to all the students of Bhavnagar University. They have presented a very beautiful presentation under the guidance of Professor Barad. So we are grateful to all the participants for their engagement and enthusiasm. Your contributions have enriched the discussions and made this truly enriching experience. As we conclude today's session, we take with us new knowledge, skills, and perspectives of portfolio making with digital learning. We look forward to applying these insights to enhance teaching and learning practices in our institution. Thank you once again for your participation, your engagement, and grateful to Professor Barad. It's
Thank you.
always
Thank you.
a good learning with Professor Barad. So the form has been shared. I request the participant to fill this form. Yeah, it will remain open till 8 p.m. only. And this is attendance and your feedback also. It has questions. You will be answering those questions. And daily there'll be a feedback form for new sessions. So
Okay, thank
that's
you
all,
so
ma'am.
much, Professor Vishra. And before we part, let's make this moment memorable. So I
Yeah.
request everyone to please turn on your cameras for a quick virtual
But I
group
think our
photograph.
resource person is gone, or
Professor Barad was
actually,
there.
that is why I thought that this should be done first. Maybe tomorrow. He's left.
No, he has entered the waiting room again. Maybe
Yeah,
Okay,
due to
okay.
some
I'm asking him
technical
to join.
glitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
otherwise it
he's
will be
here.
incomplete without
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
So shall I ask him to join, ma'am, again?
No, he has joined.
He's
Sir is here
already
with us.
joined.
He's in.
Let us
Okay, so
all
let's
open our
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, would request everyone to please turn on your cameras and we'll take a photograph.
Yeah. So you're taking, Guja ma'am? You're taking the
I
clip?
think Manoj sir will be doing it, I guess.
Yeah, Dr. Manoj, I think.
Okay. Okay, anyways,
Or
otherwise I'm
anyone.
taking it.
Anyway, if you want more,
But
I'll do
I
it.
cannot find all the. Is it that we have
It
to
is
move
there,
to
it is
another
there.
mode? Because there is, if you go to view, you have a multi-speaker,
I'm asking, but then we have participants, ma'am. We can take the
or
clip.
we can go to gallery. Go to gallery and then take the photo.
Okay.
Yeah, now it is good. Go to gallery, please, or Yashraj, Devashish ji, Devjani, everybody kindly
Okay.
open your
So,
camera, go to gallery, all of you,
I'm
and
aware.
then we can take a photo.
So, Gunja ma'am,
There
you're
are
taking
many
or shall I
who's
take the clip?
Ma'am, please you do it.
Okay, I'm taking.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm unable to.
No, it's fine.
no,
I'm
no, go
taking
to
it.
view and then, or I will take, don't worry.
I've taken, ma'am. I've taken.
I will, no, many of them are now opening, so we have to
Okay,
take it
I'm
now.
taking 2-3 pictures. So, yeah. So, Sona, Saira, Tharian, you have joined. Great to see you. She's from Muscat.
Mayank Kumar, yes,
Yeah.
please. Ravinder Pandey, Dr.
Hello,
Manoj,
thank you.
Devjani Chatterjee, Yashraj. These are the people without camera. Now cameras are opening. Great.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I have
very
taken.
good.
Want to
We
take
will,
more
we will,
pics?
Devjani Chatterjee may be busy. Devashish ji is busy. So this is the full
More
screen.
pics. Yeah,
Yeah, take the
I've
photo.
taken.
Ravinder
I've taken.
Pandey has
Taken.
opened also. Anyone? Because this will go into our records. Okay?
I've taken. Yeah.
So,
Please take the photo. Natalia, I can see with your sweet smile. All of you have beautiful smiles.
Okay. So we are done. Okay,
Nice and
Maharaja.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Well, thank you so much.
Hello,
And I
Sumi.
think that today's session was really insightful and enriching.
No
Your
Suchandra,
feedback
please
are
open.
really requested.
Okay.
And we look forward to welcoming you tomorrow for another engaging session packed with ideas, reflections, and innovations. So till then, stay safe,
Thank
stay
you.
curious, and keep learning. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so much.
once
Thank
again
you.
to
Bye-bye.
everyone. Thank you, Professor Dilip Barad, and
Thank you.
all the participants, all
Thank you so much.
who took time to join us